Radio, sorry about that pause. Bear with me just a moment. There we go. Shirt that doesn't look too axy. Right. Now that we're here for a change, let's get this started, shall we? ESO. The point is, if we can't get it through here, we can get it through, well, other ways. Bing. And of course it is ESO May here on the channel, so hopefully everybody's doing alright. Oh, and before I forget, we got drops. Oh, right. So, Rimmon. Rimmon. There we go. Ooh. Oh, you fucked with me and made me come back to you. You all are getting put down like the fucking miserable assholes you are. Thank you. So, yeah, we are waking up here. As best as one possibly freaking can. Those shattered swords, eh?
Not to complain, but the old wizard frightens me. He has such piercing eyes.
Oh, right. Well.
There are no finer mountains.
Kaharja Hall!
Blaming Admiral Thorn will not end the dragon infestation, Chimera.
Ever the voice of reason, Speaker. Ah, here comes someone who can help us now.
A letter from Abby. I am Abner Thar, Battle Mage and former advisor to the Emperor. And I'm calling for allies to join me in the Khajiit homeland and assist the Khajiit Defense Force to stop a rage of dragons. This terrible danger sweeps through northern Elsewhere, the province the Khajiit refer to as Anequina. I have decided to offer my services to Lord Garishri, Speaker of the May. To help their homeland in this time of great need, I cannot deal with this threat by myself. If you have a sword or spell, a desire to test yourself against the ultimate enemy, find me in the town of Riverhold at Kaharshop Hall, and those dragons have returned after dark. Uraxian Necromancers. From award-winning header desk Gary, speaker of the main two, Cammy to the speaker. We know that the Usurper Queen employs necromancers and dark sorcery and has done so from the beginning of her reign. In recent months, however, the number of necromancers supporting the forces have increased dramatically. It all comes back to one source, the Dark Legion Uraxian Chief Necromancer Zumang Fu. Zumang Fu, self-proclaimed Lord of the Dark Arts, reportedly hails from the northernmost climes of Rothgar, imagining a few facts concerning this work necromancer can lead from his early life. Though suppositions are plentiful, we know that the wilds of Rothgar are unforgiving, and life among the orc strongholds is often harsh, bleak, and brutal. Still, we know that those orcs who do not only survive but flourish resemble a well-made sword that has been forged, beaten, and sharpened to a razor's edge. First real evidence of existence prior to Necromancer appears in the intelligence reports investigating the activities of the worm cult during the Plainmeld Crisis. All details remain slim. Zumang Fu's name appears as a ranking member of the cult, and hints at a close connection to the late unlamented Manny, leader of the so-called Order of the Black Worm, leader of the Order of the Black Worm cult. However, we know he was active here in Rimjob shortly after the Crossfall coup, so he probably didn't have a direct hand in the cult activities of Plainmeld. Uraxi either specifically recruited Foom or was approached by the orc after usurping the throne of Rimjob. Build a small group of followers at first, lesser necromancers on the basis of his personal dark cult. The NEDF occasionally faced a lone zombie or a small group of skeletons. For the most part, the necromancer is a little more than a supporting role in Uraxi. I feel that may be about to change since the end of the Plainmeld and the apparent disbanding of the worm cult. A great number of necromancers have flocked to the Usurper Queen's banners, along with the fully charismatic Foom. The few sorcerers that we have captured demonstrate an almost maniac reverence for the orc leader, regaling us with tales of his dark powers and threats of what he and Uraxia will do once elsewhere is totally under their control. They revealed few actionable details while still providing hints about what Foom is doing in his hidden layers and undead forges. Their term, not mine. If rumors are to be believed, Foom and his acolytes have established manufactories away from prying eyes where they can perform rituals, connect experiments, and raise an army of undead soldiers to bolster the Uraxian forces. You get to see the products of these vile places, but we have discovered evidence of grave robbing throughout the region, especially around Ashen Scar and other mass graves from the worst period of the outbreak. Speaker must find a way means for dealing with Foom and his followers before they provide Uraxi with an unlimited supply of soldiers. The defense force cannot repel an army that does not tire and can easily be replenished. Our best chances to locate the undead forge and destroy them before they can be turned up to full capacity. And if we can fill food, so much to prepare. Where's the armor? Get rid of the chutney. There we go. The
When Abnor Tharn spoke of a hero of renown, I had no idea he was referring to you. It is good to see you again, though I wish the circumstances were not so dire. Well, you helped the Main before. I have no doubt you will do so again.
Also,
I was beginning to suspect you were never going to arrive. After Calcevius and my half-sister manipulated us into inadvertently releasing a rage of dragons, Elsewhere has been overrun by the beasts. We do bear some responsibility, I suppose.
rage dragons.
So much better than flock or herd, don't you think? The Khajiit Defense Force isn't prepared to deal with a threat as big as dragons, especially since they were fighting to liberate Rimmon when the huge beasts arrived.
A great job.
Stay focused. We'll deal with that later. Right now, we must get the Defense Force. Rendezvous with us at their command post. On your way, however, I have another task for you. I detected a series of power surges that I want you to investigate.
Alright, tell me a bit more about these power surges.
I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several surges of arcane energy not far from here. They reminded me of an old acquaintance. Has a way with portals. If it is him, I want you to secure his help against the dragons.
And you don't think they have anything to do with the dragons?
Hard to say with certainty, but I don't believe it. They remind me of Sir Cadwell, who somehow opens portals with a power of similar intensity. Check the location marked on your map before you... Ah, yes, of course you do. He does get around. If Cadwell turns out to be the source of the power surges, learn what he's doing out there. Lord Garish Ree is the Speaker of the Main and the Commander of the Northern Elsewhere Defense Force. His aide, Chimera, serves as both a diplomat and a spy, though she would never call herself that. My half-sister, Euraxia, conquered Rimmon and other parts of northern Elsewhere about 6 years ago. A militia born from the prides of northern Elsewhere. Garish Ree, the Speaker of the Main, has taken command during this crisis.
There we go, that should generally get us through here.
You're the adventurer who helped Abnor Tharn and Chimera at the halls of Colossus? The battle mage has been waiting for you. But no, matters in other parts of Elsewhere occupy the Main right now. That is why I am here. I originally arrived to take charge of the Northern Elsewhere Defense Force. A few years ago, Abnor Tharn's half-sister conquered Rimmon and parts of Northern Elsewhere. We recently liberated Riverhold and were about to do the same for Rimmon when the dragons spread across the land. It's almost as if they came to her.
What can I do to help?
Talk to Abnor Tharn. He has agreed to serve as my advisor, a role he knows well from years standing beside the Ruby Throne. His strategies and tactics for use against the dragons sound outrageous, but he knows what he is doing.
I suppose it is good to see you again, Walker. Someone must help Tharn clean up the mess he created at the trouble. More like flying disasters. Caravans devastated, livestock consumed, villages set aflame. Damn Abnor Tharn for translating the Wrathstone and finding that ancient ruin. He was in search of a weapon to end the Three Banners War. A weapon I told him was too dangerous, remember? Talk to Abnor Tharn.
Talking through everybody here. Discarded orders, eh? Squad Commander Pantheus, both Her Majesty Queen Eurexia and her court necromancer Zuma Kuma detected a series of unknown surges of magical energy uncomfortably close to Rimmond's western borders. You are to immediately divert your squad and investigate the locations indicated on the accompanying map. The orders are to investigate each area, note any unusual creatures or occurrences, and capture any bystanders for interrogation. To be clear, Her Majesty wants them alive. Failure is not an option. Lieutenant Lapita, 1st Year Axiom Legion. Alrighty then. Foul-smelling sack. Rotten turkey leg.
No, Azazi. Never touch a Daedric monster, especially a dead one.
Don't be such a nervous netch. The dead can't hurt us. But where do you think it came from?
It stinks of Cold Harbor. Perhaps one of the Usurper Queen's lackeys summoned it, yes? What a stench. That's the stink of Cold Harbor, Walker.
Don't touch the dead thing, Theduna tells me. Like I don't know how to handle a Daedric corpse.
I saw you, traveler. Why do all outsiders insist on acting suspiciously?
Asshead.
I watched you go from location to location just like a man with a pot on his head. Are you one of the soldiers intent on digging up every plot of
What
land?
man with a pot on his head?
Do not play innocent with me, stranger. You must be working with that pale, gaunt fool with the ridiculous mustache. Why else would you be visiting the same places that he did? Unless... Are you an agent of the Usurper Queen?
Usurper Queen?
Eurexia, the hated Imperial who conquered Rimmon and falsely claimed to be its queen. Do not feign ignorance, outsider. I had just about enough of that when I talked to the man with the pot on his head.
Okay, I don't have enough time or patience to be dealing with your bitch ass right now. Where did the man with the pot on his head go? Before I fucking ensure that you no longer have a lower mandible.
You sound as confused as he was. Kept talking to his pet lizard bird like he expected it to answer. The last time...
There is a reason why I'm doing this.
No good can come of that place.
Uncanny. Looks just like the lovely place I dreamed of. Must be why my portals led me here. Eventually. Ah, Ah, hello there. Good to see you again, old chap. Have you come to pay your respects too? It was the strangest thing. I dreamed I was looking at this very gravestone. So here I came, and there it is, all solid and everything.
Is this gravestone important, Cadwell?
Important? I have no idea. I suppose it must be. I saw it in a dream, after all. Or was it a vision? I get those two confused. Anyway, I felt a sort of pull and stepped through a door, and then pish-posh, honours abandoned, gua, and here I am.
Well, Abby sent me to check on some power surges he detected.
Tharn, you say, the grumpy battle mage. How is the old boy? The surges were probably just me. My portal took a few tries before we honed in on this exact location. Now, why don't you take a look at the gravestone and see what you make of it?
What happened to the other places you visited before you found here?
Tries to find the exact spot in my dream. A number of frightfully rude lads and lasses occupied the first location I visited, demanded my surrender, if you can imagine such a thing. Naturally, I gave them the old heave-ho.
And saw the band of rummaging around in the foul sack at one place.
Foul smelling, I'll have you know, that was my lunch. Can't believe I lost it. And if by Bantam Gua you mean my faithful steed, Honor, well, he's always getting into my foodstuffs. Has the appetite of a mammoth and the cunning of a fox, that one.
And did you also dispatch the Ogrim I found at one of the sites?
Dispatch? Why would I do such a terrible thing? I adore those adorable pudge buckets. Alas, Grook was standing a little too close when I opened my portal. Poor thing fell in and took a nasty spill. When the neck bone snaps, it makes an awful sound.
Okay! So at least it was accidental. The origins of Kunzari. Of all the Khajiit heroes, none invoke such a sense of adventure and wonder as the mighty Kunzari. Like our many myths and legends and stories associated with Kunzari often contradict one another and hide important truths behind the allegory and illusion. Such is the case among the as it does that describe the origin of this beloved hero. Here are three of the most popular stories that tell of Kunzari's first adventure, and notice how different it is. May all be true, some new seniors believe so. So at least one reviewer of our master claims that the truth concerning Kunzari's origin lies in the intersection of all. Kunzari and the divine moonbeam. As the body came traveled under the power of the kingdom, she was a brave period trying to get in the world of trouble. Example, at times she climbed to the top of the shimmering rise, and suddenly she was able to hold a bay with a sharp stick and a pile of pebbles, but as night fell, weariness took and her own hunger began taking toll in the little cat. Called to Joan and Joe to aid her in a moonbeam illuminated the rise. Standing at the moonbeam, the young male Jeet around the scene with the Shazir. Where did you come from? She said. Joan and Joe spoke from the enemy might cause in your own courageous heart. I am only here to rescue you. I did. One day, a lowly adept arrived at a shrine to repeat offer prayers from the evolves. The adept caused smallpox. Placed prominently at the head of the shrine. Throw the eye when a million emerged inside and the box shifted and rocked. There was something alive in there. The adept quickly gripped the lid, saw a tiny fishy cage. She got toward it with outstretched paws. As it came from the box, it grew from an infant to a child before it cleared the top. He set the child down and it's the size of a young boy. Farewell greeting slowly at a young Khajiit said with confidence inside of Kunar, whose crest sent me to bring glory to his shrine on the land around. The adept thought his easy guess, who are you? The Gashi grinned. Today I am simply Kunzar, but tomorrow will be the hero Kunzaris, and we'll discard a box and elsewhere without first checking inside. Kunzari had the tear of joy. Alkosh was grim. Guarding Tai was hard work and he was in a foul mood. Nara tried to lighten his attitude, but he wanted none of her kind and loving words. Next, Kanarki attempted to breathe joy into the grumpy Alkosh, but he dispatched her with a roar. I suppose that is up to me, said Shigor with a big laugh. You know how much mood sugar it takes to satisfy Persene's endless hunger? Curious Alkosh replied. I do not know the answer, insane one, so please tell me. Shigura stabbed his figured skull out. Drats, I was hoping you could tell me. Everyone was silent as a strange look came over El Cautious face, and all at once he started to laugh as laughter shook the sky and made the moon dance. He laughed for 30 days and 30 nights until finally a single tear of joy rolled down his cheek and fell upon Elsewhere. The tear lighted with a splash, and from its depths emerged the hero Kunzari, fully joined ready for adventure. Yes! This is going to be a fun one. Intersections. Alright, we're supposed to read this grade zone. Here lies the head of the betrayer, whose name has been stricken from history. May the pieces of his dismembered body remain hidden until Joan and Jode fall from the sky. Oh dear, this doesn't sound good. I don't think this... Please tell me this isn't the gravestone we're looking for.
Were the words the same for you? Sometimes written language likes to confuse me. Words change and switch places. Very annoying. Anyway, the gravestone mentions the betrayer. Sounds like a dastardly chap. Wonder if I ever met him.
What do you think you dreamed about the gravestone for?
I don't have the slightest idea. The words inscribed upon it conjure up all kinds of questions, though. Who is this betrayer? Whom did he betray? Why did they bury only his head? And where did they put the rest of the poor fellow? I don't have a clue.
I know, right? There's so many unanswered questions, like, why cut off his head? Only his head, and dismember his body, and not say cut off his dick separately as well? Why is his dick not being shoved down a betrayer's throat if he's such a betrayer? But Abby said that if I found you, I should ask you to help us with Elsewhere's dragon issues.
Dragons? I battled a dragon since... You know, I can't remember. I fought one or two in my day. I was a gallant knight, after all. Of course I'll help. I'll just need to do a little more digging into this dream thing first.
Alright, I'll see you soon.
Did you hear that, my trusty shovel? Dragons and mysterious graves. It's just like old times.
To the Defense Force Outpost!
Get down. I'll deal with this.
Alright.
Oh, now you show up. Left me to deal with a dragon all by myself. It's a good thing I'm Abner Tharn and not, well, some lesser mage.
You defeated a dragon!
I discouraged it. But not before it laid waste to most of the camp. We arrived to find the outpost being overrun by undead. Then the dragon attacked. I did what I could. I fear it wasn't enough. What about the power surges? Did you learn anything?
Your hypothesis was correct. It was Cadwell. He was drawn to an old grave as someone known as the Betrayer.
The Betrayer? There's a betrayer mentioned in the legends of Kunzari. It seems those stories continue to hound me. No matter. We can deal with that later. Right now, I want to know about Cadwell. Has he agreed to lend us his support?
Cadwell agreed to help, but you should know he's been having some strange dreams.
That doesn't surprise me. Cadwell and Strange go together like hot bread and butter. I need to recover my strength. Driving off that dragon took a lot out of me. Why don't you go help Chimera while I keep watch in case the great beast returns?
Oh, you mentioned the legends of Kunzari.
Kunzari, hero of the Merethic era. Most of the legends are unbelievable, though the Khajiiti moon singers guard the secret history. That...
Okay.
Damn us for arriving too late. I did not expect to find our militia under assault by a horde of undead, and then the dragon.
What can I do to help?
The militia was already depleted from the fight to liberate Riverhold, but we were determined to press on toward Rimen. Between the undead, our resistance to Euraxia's rule requires more than just... They are vital to our efforts to free Rimen.
Alright. Ducks. Nail tag, nail tag. Laparactunico.
If you're so fascinated by the dead, why don't you join them?
Alright. Well, before we get going, here we go.
This one doesn't know you, but at least you aren't a walking corpse. This one must ask, why are you here?
Well, Kamir asked me to record with these here, and
Bright moons! This one thought these were lost forever. You saved many lives at great risk. That was one of Euraxia, the usurper queen's pet necromancer.
How long?
Euraxia's chief necromancer, Zumag Fum, has been with her for some time, but our intelligence suggests his followers have only recently rallied to her side.
Let me go ahead and pass this along to Abby.
I've spotted dragons circling in the distance from time to time, but it doesn't look like the winged monster that attacked the camp will return today. I must join them there.
Okay.
Yes, I read the reports. Zumog Foom and his... Good idea. Dragon in such a direct manner? Find the source. In case...
Oh, fuck you. That was a cheap thing, and you know it. Just stay the fuck down. Thank you. Rude! Motherfucker decided to start something. I'm feeling hungry today. Like I said, I'm feeling hungry today.
What do you want?
I did
Chimera.
not expect to see you in this desolate place, Walker. Did Captain Nalado send you? Or have you come to join us as we hunt the dragon that killed so many of our warriors?
Wrong on both counts. Abby sent me to find the source of undead that attacked the outpost.
Then our missions coincide. We can work together to destroy the undead and slay the dragon. I do not take orders from that old battle mage. Besides, the blood of Khajiiti warriors cries for vengeance. To disregard that cry, that is not a shame I can bear. The world of life is full of risk, Walker. I assumed you knew that, given what you do. To Jode, yes, but also to my family and heritage.
Sleepy Sencha Mine. During the construction boom in Cyrodiil during the Second Empire, the Sleepy Sencha Mine exported limestone to builders in the north. When the Empire collapsed, the mine shut down.
With me, stay close. We will hunt these necromancers down and end this dragon. Foul creatures! Cut them down! For elsewhere! For the main!
Great.
Our enemy awaits, Five Claw! Destroy the Necromancer!
No more excuses. No more delays. The enemy bodies marching ahead of Euraxia's forces.
To encase you!
Necromancer has fallen!
Enough, little insects. You dare challenge Mulamnir?
Dragonfire, move!
Follow the dragon. Mm-hmm. So, right, folks.
Sheathe your weapons, little morsel. Mulamnir would talk to you.
Okay.
Mulamnir wanted to thank you, little morsel. Your actions helped set us free of our hated prison. Now, listen to the words I say.
Expect me to talk. After decimating the Khajiit Defense Force.
Mulamnir wants you to understand the challenge before you. Our puppet, Euraxia, commands a legion of soldiers, an army of necromancers, and a horde of undead. Add my dragon brothers, and the hopelessness of your cause becomes obvious.
So you're telling us to surrender?
You and Abner Thorn set us free. You released us from the halls of Colossus. For that, I offer you this one last chance to survive. If you and the battle mage leave elsewhere, my brothers and I will not hunt you down.
And you refuse.
Then you will die. But not before we slaughter your friends and set fire to elsewhere. Once we reduce this land to so much ash, only then will I tear you apart. So promises Mulamnir, whose claws have dealt 1,000 deaths.
Well, here's what I say. The next death that's gonna be happening is yours. Teacher Michael Kors handbag number 1.
Leave elsewhere, little morsel. Tell the battle mage, if I see you again, you will die.
Fiveclaw, are you all right? I heard what the dragon said. Perhaps my confidence was a bit misplaced. That creature was much bigger than it appeared when it flew over the camp.
What happened after you leaped off the cliff?
I never jump without first knowing where my feet will land. Also, I have very sharp claws. We lost so many today. The dragon, that Mulamnir, it has much to answer for.
It wants Abner Thorn and myself to leave elsewhere.
We defeated the necromancer and shut down one of their undead foundries. We need you and Tarn, despite my dislike of the man. But what the dragon intimated about Euraxia, it called her its puppet. I fear the dragons control the Rimmen throne now.
You might want to get a Riverhold and throw Lord Gary and Abby about this.
Yes, you must do that. I will join you after I take care of the remains of my soldiers.
I have a very good reason for going this way. Right near here, of course, is the Stitches Way Shrine.
Watch your step in the stitches.
If we've had this conversation already, then I wanted to thank you for the useful advice. But if I haven't seen you since our talk at that mysterious gravestone, which seems much more likely, then I could really use your help.
Well, I just got back, Cadwell. Tell me what's wrong.
Did I mention the dreams? Visions, really? They come and go without warning, like seeing through someone else's eyes. Quite disconcerting in an interesting sort of way. Anyway, my trusty shovel and I, we searched that entire grave, and it was gone.
Gone? What was gone?
The betrayer's head, the dreams, the visions. They drew me there, but someone got to it before I did. I have the strangest sensation in the pit of my tummy. It could be the cobweb porridge I had for breakfast, or something bad is about to happen.
You think the betrayers had something to do with the dragons?
Well, that's sort of like leaping from the cliffs of failure without a rope, or at least without tying the end off first. I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake. Oh, Abner wants to see you. He's in the town hall with the cat general.
Okay, I'll go talk to Abby. Kaharja Ball. For that.
So much to do, so little time.
The losses we suffered at the Defense Force outpost were devastating.
Tharn and Nalado gave me their accounts of the attack on the outpost. Dragons, undead, Euraxia's soldiers. Our foes seem as numerous as grains of sand in the desert.
At this point, we need to come up with a plan that takes into account Euraxians, necromancers, and dragons. I proposed a few options, but Gareshri wasn't sold on any of them.
I can understand that.
What of Chimera and the source of the undead?
Well, he killed the necromancers in the mountain that were providing the undead for that attack. Euraxia unfortunately got an army of them.
You paint a troubling picture, my friend. Still, we need to celebrate every victory we achieve. I fear such triumphs will be few and far between. Do you have anything else to report?
Spoke to one of the dragons that came out, by the way, named Bulimir. He's claiming Euraxia as their puppet. He told us to get the hell out of elsewhere.
My half-sister likes to think that she's in charge. She won't take kindly to being called a puppet. As for leaving elsewhere, I think not. Obviously, this Mulamnir fears us. Otherwise, the dragon wouldn't have deigned to talk to you.
Have you spoken to Cadwell? He's worried about his disturbed grave, that disturbed grave where you sent me to meet him.
Every conversation I have with Cadwell makes my head throb, but one mystery at a time, if you please. Now, if only I could get my half-sister to listen to reason and see that the dragons are using her.
Why not try that? Let's go talk to your half-sister.
A parley? I may not like her, but we are family. Besides, it would give the Khajiit time to regroup. You're beginning to think like a Tharn, my friend. Here, take this. Gareshri gave it to me, but I refuse to accept payment for my services. A parley with Euraxia is a capital idea. I'll send word to a meeting with my half-sister.
We'll get to that in a moment, folks. But right now, it is time for me to take a midpoint stretch. Ish. You might want to take a stretch yourself. Blood clots and morality parasitica are a bitch. See y'all in a bit. Radio then. Let's get some more done here, shall we?
A parley with Euraxia is a capital idea. I'll send word to Rimmon to expect us. I imagine my half-sister will treat us as befits my station and agree to the meeting. Attend to any other matters if you must, then see me when you're ready to leave.
We should come up with a plan for negotiating.
It just so happens I already have one. It involves distracting my half-sister with wit, charm, and words she barely comprehends. Oh, and you. Consider it obfuscation to hide your true purpose. We don't want to give Euraxia a reason to react poorly to overtures of reconciliation. Go on, go on. I'm capable of traveling to Rimmon on my own. We'll meet up at the city gates and go to the palace from there. I'm relatively certain Euraxia will honor the parley, but be prepared for anything. She's still a Tharn, after all.
Tell me a little bit about your half-sister.
We're not very close, in case I haven't made that abundantly clear. Euraxia is an accomplished mage in her own right. My younger sibling has always been ambitious, but I didn't realize the extent of her aspirations until the Frostfall coup.
The Frostfall coup?
About 6 years ago or so, while Emperor Varen was busy with his rebellion, Euraxia took advantage of the confusion to lead a column of Nibonese mercenaries into northern elsewhere. She declared herself Queen of Rimmon and its adjacent fiefs.
And everyone just let her do that.
The Khajiit call her the Usurper Queen, remember? Once Varen became Emperor, he had other problems to worry about. Same with Queen Irene. As long as the Alliance War occupies her forces, the Khajiit are on their own out here.
Alright.
This one hates the idea of talking to the Usurper Queen. We should be stabbing her in the neck. Still, Nalado sees the necessity, even if she doesn't like it. Euraxia will almost certainly betray you, so be careful when you face her.
Almost certainly. Well, how did she become Queen of Rimmon?
By marching into elsewhere with a mercenary army and slaughtering our rightful Khajiiti rulers. Not only did the usurper slay our king and queen, she murdered the rest of the royal family. Her crimes, they swarm around her like flesh flies on dung.
A parley with the usurper queen. I doubt she'll agree to any sort of diplomatic solution. But it will buy us time to replenish our resources. Very well. Take Tharn and meet with Euraxia. In the meantime, we will rebuild what remains of the militia.
Alright, the usurper queen, eh?
She marched into Anequina with a mercenary army and conquered Rimmon. Her forces killed the royal family, and she illegally proclaimed herself queen. That makes her a usurper. I pray I live to see her pay for her crimes.
Alrighty then. Next up, we port to Rimjob.
I expected sorrow and despair, but the situation here goes beyond even my prophetic inklings.
Looks peaceful.
On the surface, yes. But peace through tyranny provides false harmony. Euraxia uses fear and threats of violence to keep the Khajiit in line, making them second-class citizens in their own province. It appalls me to think Euraxia and I are related.
Fear and threats of violence. What do you mean?
It would be better if I showed you. Follow me and I'll demonstrate the true depths of my half-sister's villainy. Her grip on Rimmon is far tighter than it appears.
All right.
But what I'm about to show you isn't for the faint of heart. Follow me.
All right.
Have you ever visited a Rimmon workhouse? They treat the Khajiiti workers worse than slaves. It's that building over there. For most of Rimmon's Khajiit, it's the only job available to them. The workhouse serves to snare the poor and the destitute, those who fall behind on their debts. They come here to find employment and earn a decent wage, but the costs deducted to pay for room and board leave them worse off than they were before.
And the workhouse accepts only Khajiit workers.
One of the first things Euraxia did after declaring herself queen was to institute tariffs and fines that apply only to Khajiiti citizens. No one else needs the workhouse. A cruel tactic, but effective.
Nothing Khajiit can do?
The Rimmon Khajiit? No. Any complaints incur fines for causing a public disturbance or some other inane ordinance. No one wants to risk falling even further into debt. It's ingenious. Monstrous, but ingenious.
Sounds like slavery.
Oh, Euraxia is clever. She pays the Khajiiti, and the workhouse isn't technically a prison. On the surface, it appears to be a place that helps society's unfortunates, but underneath, it's slavery without any of the uncomfortable trappings.
Alright. Let's move on from the slavery with extra steps.
Now, let's visit the Rimmon marketplace. Take a look around. Business seems to be thriving, but appearances can be deceiving. It may be hard to see, but the Khajiiti merchants struggle to keep their stalls open, while the less bestial business people rake in the profits. Euraxia would have you believe it's a matter of work ethic, but we know better.
You're saying the Khajiiti merchants are treated unfairly.
Unfairly doesn't begin to cover it. Khajiiti merchants must deal with high tariffs, extra inspection fees, costly licenses. Euraxia's squeezing them for every piece of gold imaginable. She even instituted a fur tax.
A fur tax?
On the surface, it seems reasonable to make Khajiiti pay for extra inspections to ensure their fur isn't getting into the products they sell. And while they do shed, it's just another way to discriminate against the rightful citizens of this land.
Let's move on here.
Come along. I want to show you the improvements Euraxia made to the palace walls. See the trebuchets? Notice how they're aimed into the city below. See how the siege weapons sit upon the walls? When it comes right down to it, you're looking at the secret of my half-sister's success.
What do you mean?
How else do you think Euraxia maintains order and keeps the elsewhere defense force at bay? She declared publicly and has repeated often that any attempt to liberate Rimmon will see her unleash the full fury of the siege weapons upon the city.
she'd destroy the city just to keep it out of Khajiit hands.
If Euraxia can't have Rimmon, then neither can anyone else. She'd destroy the city in a heartbeat if she thought she was in danger of losing control. Of course, she tells her non-bestial subjects that only the Khajiit districts are targeted.
Can they really target the weapons that precisely, or the non-bestial?
Absolutely not. But the lie makes her supporters feel better. The Khajiit know that even a peaceful protest could result in the destruction of Rimmon. So far, no one has dared to challenge Euraxia's will in this matter, and for good reason.
You know what, Abby? I think it's about time we went and had some sharp words with your half-sister, Euraxia Tharn. But yes, I think it's time we went and had some sharp words with Euraxia Tharn. Preferably stabbed deep into her chest. Repeatedly. Not too sharp, though.
When we get to the palace, let's do the talking. As the Elder Tharn, I'll demonstrate my dominance over Euraxia and negotiate a cessation of hostilities.
Oh, wonderful. And this will probably fail miserably.
Here come Queen Euraxia's guests now.
I don't like the looks of these meddlers. I say we feed them to the dragons and be done with it. I know you. I saw you through the soul-shriven's eyes. You were with the fool who thinks himself the shining knight of Sirad. If only he knew what a monster I was. The horrors of Cold Harbor pale before my heinous deeds.
You're Cadwell's head.
I am my own head, yes. I am the hero of Sirad and the villain of Elsewhere. The champion of the Third Nedic Massacre and the Dark Knight they call the Betrayer.
What the hell do I know?
Of course not. I am the genuine article, much more real than a disembodied soul given shape in the flesh cauldrons of oblivion. But why do you presume to talk to me? I have killed greater beings than you for much, much less.
Your prayer mentioned on the gravestone.
Came to that conclusion by yourself, did you? That's what they called me. It has a certain ring to it, but I always preferred my more grandiose titles. Champion, Slayer, Dark Knight. When I am made whole, the cats will pay for what they did to me.
Alright.
So you're Abner Tharn's bodyguard and valet. Not what I expected. I assume you want to follow your master into the Queen's inner sanctum, huh? I am Queen Euraxia's chief necromancer. Ah, yes. The betrayer saw you when it looked through the soul-shriven's eyes. My actions don't concern you.
Now about the rest of my body, O pestilent one.
You're in...
Presenting Abner Tharn, Grand Chancellor and Overlord of Nibene, Imperial Battle Mage of the Elder Council, and Patriarch of the Tharn Dynasty, and his bodyguard.
Ah, half-brother. Your arrival, it's so unexceptional.
Pretending to be a queen is...
Hush, Abner, you bore me. Bodyguard, you look interesting. Come talk to me.
You heard her. Good luck.
My sources indicated that my son's murderer was somewhat taller. Ah, well. Now, why in the world should I even consider negotiating with the monster who murdered my dear Javad?
Yeah, I have no sympathy about that here. Javad tried to destroy Reaper's March. Javad had to be sword-fucked. I make no apologies about sword-fucking. But yeah, he had to be sword-fucked for his own good. But yeah, Javad was your son, eh? Well, since he tried to kill Black Reaper's March, he had to be sword-fucked. I'm certain you'd understand, but then again... Like son of a bitch, like bit. See, like bitch, like son bitch.
And you killed him for that? By whose authority do you play judge, jury, and executioner? Oh, to think I once dreamed of torturing you for 12 years, but I see now that you're not worth the effort. So, why come to me about the dragons?
Well, you know what, Abner, you're right. You're right, Abby. Abby's right. You're a naive cunt if you think you can control a rage of dragons.
So, my half-brother's valet bears their teeth? Careful, fool. They aren't as sharp as you think. What happens next is your own fault. I lock you in my dungeons and do the most terrible things to your body. Until you die. Painfully.
Well, we kind of expected you to break your word, but I'm gonna break more than that. You really are nothing more than a usurping bitch.
Threats and insults? Oh, you dare much, Sunkiller. Let's see how brave you sound when I rip the tongue from your mouth. Mulamnir and I have reached an understanding. The dragons will secure my control of Elsewhere. With their help, I will be invincible!
I'm not just gonna stop you. I'm not just even gonna kill you. I'm going to sword fuck you in every orifice that I can. Repeatedly. Then I'm going to dismember your corpse, dissolve it in poisonous acid, grind the bones down to meal, and scatter it at sea. But not before I piss on the remains.
Enough! Zumog Foom, what news do you bring?
The Desert Wind Adaptorium has fallen. We move against Riverhold on your word.
Then the word is given. Now, half-brother.
Treachery? How could I ever have anticipated this?
Guards, take them to the dungeons.
I think not.
To the recesses.
Well, I suppose that could have gone better.
Oh, where are we and how did we get here?
Prepared for Euraxia's probable betrayal. Unfortunately, my teleport spell wasn't quite able to penetrate the palace wards, so we wound up down here, in the palace sewer.
I take it you heard what Euraxia said to whom?
We heard two things of note. First, Euraxian forces have invaded the Desert Wind Adaptorium for some insidious purpose. And second, my vile half-sister ordered an attack on Riverhold.
We gotta warn Ascari.
One thing at a time, my companion, one thing at a time. I need to recover my strength after teleporting us into this skeever hole. I'll need your help to get out of here. Then we can deal with both Desert Wind and Riverhold.
What happened when we faced Mohawk Ball and Mannimarco? You were stronger than this. What happened?
My age is finally catching up with me. Thank you so much for poking that open wound. Magic takes a toll on the body. I've been wielding powerful forces since before you were born. There's always a cost. You do well to remember that.
But you'll recover, right?
Quicker if you stop badgering me about it. My strength will return, it always does. Now get us out of this sewer so we can warn both Desert Wind and Riverhold.
Alright, alright.
The way out, finally. I can't abide another moment in this stench.
There we go.
Well, that's an experience I won't be adding to my memoirs. We'll separate here. Make it harder for Euraxia's lackeys to follow us.
Well, that could have gone remarkably better.
Now. Things actually turned out better than I expected. We know that Euraxia wants something from the Desert Wind Adaptorium, and we know she's about to launch a counter-strike against Riverhold.
Well, there's no way I can be in two places at once.
That's not exactly true. My power wasn't depleted. Well, let's not digress. I'll go to Riverhold and warn Garishri. We'll make sure the city is ready for the attack. Meanwhile, you find out what's happening at the Desert Wind Adaptorium.
Where do I find it?
Adaptoriums serve the same function as monasteries in other parts of Tamriel. Desert Wind and its adepts follow the order of Jean Kaj. It's west of here, on the northern lip of the scar. Look for a side entrance if the main door is blocked.
Alrighty then. So yeah, we are here. You should probably be around.
Sure as bones. Rigard knew he should have
Hit the stitches.
Seal the gates. Let no Euraxian enter this holy place.
Motherfuckers! go.
Invaders! This one will not allow you to enter this holy place. You do not look like one of the Usurper Queen's soldiers. Who are you, and what are you doing down here?
He works with Lord Garishri. Lord Winter Scary heard about the attack in the auditorium to
The
help.
Speaker of the Main sent you? This one expected we were on our own, what with the dragons and the battles to the north. Zamarak came down here to seal this path, but now he thinks the Uraxians seek the Grand Adept.
Why would Uraxia soldiers want the Grand Adept?
Desert Wind holds many Khajiit secrets, and the keeper of those secrets...
Enter the Adeptorium.
9 Winds, no! Get to the door! Go! Save the Grand Ad... Go! This one will find another way inside.
You're too late. The Grand Adept revealed all before I killed her. You are no match for my power. You will fall like wheat before a blaze.
Now you're gonna die, bitch.
No, please, no! Help me! Don't let Zumok Foom take my soul!
Zumok Foom, what's happening to you?
Zumok Foom! This is the Necromancer's doing. Even in death, I continue to serve.
What gotta do with this?
He called it a blessing. Said it would protect me. Damn him! He claimed my soul! Please, you must help me. Release me from this curse!
Tell me what you came here for, and I will consider it.
We came for an ancient secret, protected by the Grand Adept. She put up a good fight, I'll give her that. Zumok Foom seeks the location of the betrayer's body parts. I learned where the dismembered corpse was hidden. Now, please, help me!
Okay, I will try to set you free. Oh no.
The secret belongs to me. What the Battle Mage knew in life, she whispers to me in death. Soon Riverhold will fall, and the betrayer will be restored.
Let the fourth wind open the way. Grand Adept! No! Zamarak has failed. What has happened here? Who killed the Grand Adept?
One of Uraxia's battle mage. I killed her, but I was too late to save them.
Zamarak thanks you for avenging the Grand Adept. But why did they attack this peaceful Adeptorium? Why kill a harmless old student of the Desert Winds?
They sought one of the Grand Adept's secrets. Unfortunately, they ripped it out of her.
The Usurper Queen made a mistake when she had the Grand Adept killed. Whatever they came to find had an unintended consequence. It has roused the students of the Desert Winds. Zamarak pledges the Adepts to Gareshri's cause. Uraxia will fall.
Take him to Riverhold then. That's where Uraxia plans to strike next.
We are not many, but we are strong. The Adepts of the Desert Wind will aid the city. Zamarak will see you there, after he makes sure the Grand Adept receives the proper blessings.
You'd better be worth my time.
I need help.
Do-do-do. Head back down to the stitches and then head over to here.
I informed Garesh-Ri and Chimera about what happened in Rimmon. They're mobilizing our remaining forces even as we speak. Now tell me, what did you learn at the Desert Wind Adeptorium?
You're asking for Synth to extract info for Foom. He wants to recover the Betrayer's corpse.
I often wondered who Cadwell was before he became a soul shriven. I know the tales of the Betrayer, but I never equated the two. The Cadwell we know is so... not that. We'll deal with Zumog Foom after we save Riverhold. Anything else to report?
Surviving the adepts over at the Adeptorium are coming to help defend the city.
Well, that's a bit of welcome news. Many of the adepts have remarkable...
What you need me to do?
Recover your strength and prepare yourself. Euraxia's forces will arrive soon, and we'll need you ready for the battle to come. Multiple Cadwells, necromancers... The Euraxians will be here soon, Garesh-Ri.
Alright. Alright. So... This one should be relatively compact. I think. Let's go ahead and do it here.
Multiple Cadwells, necromancers, dragons, and now Euraxian soldiers marching on Riverhold. This day just keeps getting better and better. Yes,
At least we got it here.
These scouts report that they're on their way. Garish has placed the defense. Find Chimera outside. You must. According to.
I sent Chimera out to coordinate. It won't be.
100 Ascari.
We need your cart to help barricade the city, Grishka. The maid will compensate you for any damage. I knew nothing good would come of Abner Tharn's efforts to make peace with the usurper queen. Now she turns her attention to Riverhold. So many have answered the call. Zamorak and the Desert Wind adepts, the people. The outlying farms are vulnerable to attack. We need...
Wait, Walker. Zamorak will accompany you. This one would go. The fastest way to reach the farm is through the gate in the western wall.
Get out, servant of the usurper queen. Before this one, close your eyes. Who are you to burst into our home without permission? Wait, this one recognizes the brawny adept standing behind you. What do you want with Zazie and her family?
We came to warn you, the Euraxians are about to attack. You need to get over to Riverhold Town.
The Euraxians are already here. They seem to be searching for something. Though so... You would do that? This
Alright.
son plans to join the militia. Zazie will
Alright.
I should be the one to search for father and other.
Hey! You'll do no such thing!
Stay back! Go away! Haven't you done enough?
Not one of your Euraxian soldiers,
Zazie, is she safe? Thank John and Jode. Dark moons, what a disaster. I heard one of the soldiers mention body parts.
This one will say the words to guide Hirsch to the sands behind the stars.
Thank you, Adam. We all grieve for her.
This one's brother now walks the endless... but...
Ah, Five Claw. Good. I have another task for you. I hoped to catch you before you were done here. I need you to head west. Now,
Alright.
These west... Do some damage, Five Claw.
Go ahead and fuck up their supply camps. Next. Why didn't you put the bunny back in the box?
Sleek and lively. Grab what you can. Quickly, take as much as you can carry. Well done, Five Claw. Let's talk over there. If those dummies had proper tails, what we did to their supply camps would put a kink in them.
All right. Now, let's go and get ourselves some help Cadwell related stuff.
So, to armor trap, just twiddle this bit like so, and... oh dear. I'm fine. I twiddled when I should have tweaked, just a wee bit scorched, that's all. Oh my, it's happening again. Well, that's an evil-looking orc. A necromancer, I do believe. I recognize that tree. They're on their way to Riverhold. That's not good. Not good at all. And I have enough trouble seeing through my own eyes, let alone someone else's. I hope this doesn't become a regular occurrence.
You had another one of those visions. What did you tell me?
The Betrayer's Head. I'm not sure why we're connected or why it insists on showing me the most rubbish and poppycock. That makes no sense. What's the... wait. I remember something. The Betrayer. Those loon priests called me that right before they... Well, we need to warn the cat people. The necromancer is coming and he's bringing undead.
I think not.
Over here, Five. We must get inside and more.
They're definitely on their way, Captain.
We must get more undead. Almost. I wish. Speaker, we have news.
Report, Chimera.
The Euraxians have necromancers in their ranks.
The usurper queen dare send undead against us? Five Claw, find Captain Nalido and warn her.
Ooh. Ooh.
Strike hard! Drive back the Euraxians! Five Claw, did the speaker send orders?
Riverhold belongs to Queen Euraxia Cats!
Grave-robbing cur!
Every death is just a new recruit for Euraxia's army!
This hate killing the same fools again and again! This one must warn you!
The necromancer's spell will animate every corpse in town, but this one has an idea. Meet Zamarak at the temple, and maybe we can disrupt the spell.
Simple, terrifying news.
Riverhole's blessed moon pillars. They can cleanse the necromantic curse. Keep the undead away, Walker. Now, Zamarak and the prayer are one. Come, let us find the blessed pillar of the spring moon. As long as the necromantic spell remains in place, the dead will keep rising. Deal with the undead while Zamarak recites the prayer. The spring moon has sanctified the ground. Let us proceed to the summer moon.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with the undead while this one activates the pillar of the summer moon. Vakri, Jashin. One more. The pillar of the winter moon, near Kahajab Hall. Vaba Kri Frisin. The moon pillars are activated. Riverhold is sanctified.
It's working. The dead are dead again. Wait. Something is coming.
Dark moons! Dragons!
We can't fight dragons!
This one will order a retreat.
Pathetic creatures. Flee before Kalgranti, you insignificant morsels!
No. Riverhold belongs to the Khajiit.
Kamira, consider your next words very carefully.
Now I'll speak the words my people need to hear. We are Khajiit. We are the children of Alkosh, the daughters and sons of Joan and Jode. We do not run, even from dragons.
Bolokdan, prove your worth. Destroy these paltry insects.
Stand with me, people of Anequina, for I am Kamira, daughter of King Hemakar. I am your queen. Now, Five Claw! Use the ballista and drive the dragon to the ground! Well done! Now finish this! Well fought! We have shown that the Khajiit will not run, not even from a dragon!
All hail Kamira, daughter of King Hemakar and Queen. Thank you for helping defeat. Kamira is indeed the daughter of King Hemakar and Queen Numara. She alone survived the murder of the royal family and has served as my aide ever since. The maid and I hope to reveal her. A mistake? No. I trust her in your Axiek.
You killed a dragon. Impressive, but don't let it go to your head. It was just one, and not even that large of a specimen. I had every faith in your ability to handle the situation. There was no need to intervene and tarnish your moment of glory. Besides, my considerable strategic skills serve the Khajiit cause better than my battle magic. I leave the mayhem to you.
Did you know that Chimera's status here?
Honestly, I had no idea. Chimera's rousing words were all well and good, but it will take more than inspiring speeches and old siege weapons to take down my half-sister.
So, you and Lord Gary Hare got a plan?
Based on recent events, only one course of action makes sense. We must strike at Rimmon and remove my half-sister from the throne before she rallies her forces. First, however, take this. Compensation for stopping the undead and killing a dragon. My half-sister continues to be an embarrassment to our family name. The time has come to deal with Euraxia. Permanently. Half-sister. And yes, if it comes to that. Euraxia conquered Rimmon without authorization. She oppressed the Khajiit, unleashed hordes of undead, and made a deal with the dragons. If we don't depose her, I hate to imagine what she'll do next. Who said anything about a direct assault? Subterfuge is called for. A surgical assault. It's the only option, Lord Speaker.
Surgical strike, eh? Well, bear with me a moment. I gotta take a quick pile. that guy is. I'm thinking right now is a good time to just chillax for now. But right now, well, some interesting foods for thought here. Some ideas here. There we go. Get those. Cooking fire. Clarified syrup wine. Go. And last but not least, Yeah, we line up. And that is a lot of stuff to be bringing in. Let's talk to Einar here.
Truly, I never expected.
Hop around. Yeah. Well, this one seems to be a very brilliant way of sadly, though, we'll go ahead and dump this these writs into the bank here.
You adventurers are a peculiar sort.
Let's get going, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We'll keep those handy. So,
Let me apologize for my besotted colleague. What elves accuse me of snobbery because...
he's up here because. There we go.
Yeah. Remove Narm marks. Use an ancient Daedric artifact.
There we go. And now I think we're pretty much up for wrapping up this special edition here for Sunday. I do really apologize that we won't be doing an evening stream tonight here. Sadly though, more than likely there will be one next week. So expect that. As far as things go though, I would like to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And take care of yourselves, folks. We'll be seeing one you see with more ESO on Thursday. Until next time, peace out. Now let's see. While we work through this, I'm gonna get through. and figure out who we'll be dropping in on here and wrapping things up. Let's see. Looks like we'll be dropping in on Officially Iffy in a few seconds here. We'll see you over there. Until next time, peace out.